evening, morning, and afternoon, everybody tuning with me on this nice Monday evening. Yeah, Monday night. What is the day? Today is March, and I believe today is either the 4th. Today is the 4th, indeed. Yes, it is. Not only is it a couple days before we get the Spider-Man 2 update, it's also been a couple of weeks since Madam Web was released. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm waiting because the prices for the ticket for the movie are kind of stupid given everything I keep hearing. I'm gonna let you guys know when I make a video on it. I promise you that, and I said that in the previous video. By the way, knowing how I said the title of this video, I'm gonna just make this clear. Andrew Garfield is not dead. My bad. If you got that notion just by looking at the cover of my video, my bad. Probably should put that in emphasis, but it's too late. I already edited, made it what it is, and I didn't think about it till afterwards. But anywho, I'm making this video specifically because Sony has just made a statement saying that they are not making any form of plans to use Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man at all. They said he is done. His journey is ended. It is over. Honestly, I'm hurt because I really wanted to see more of his Spider-Man. They didn't really... What's one? They didn't really give us a good send-off for this character. They kind of left his Spider-Man hanging on the drywall. Don't get me wrong. The second one wasn't bad. It really was. Not like bad. Not how bad can I describe it? What is the worst superhero movie that I can describe it? Like, I know a lot of people are gonna say Madam Web right now, like that's bad. But it's not like Batman and Robin bad. I'll say that. It's not Batman and Robin bad. It's not even Catwoman bad. It's not that bad. If I had to say bad, I'd say like Thor Love and Thunder type bad, without all the comedic parts. Don't get me wrong. I loved the movie. It was good, and I liked it when I watched it when I was like 14 or 15 years old. I even have it on DVD along with its predecessor. But I don't think it was that bad. A lot of people give that movie hate. They do the same thing with most of these superhero movies now, and I guess because some of them set a bar that the next one has to overcome. I think that's the problem. Like, for example, the entire Marvel Universe from Phase 1 all the way to Phase 3, each movie that got released set a bar for the next one, and they needed to overcome it. Like, for example, when we watched Captain America Civil War, it was really, really good. Like, super good. It felt like another Avengers movie. It was that good. But then they released Doctor Strange, and it was either just as good or almost better. Some people even debate some of these movies in other phases being better than the other one. Like, right now, I know one of my friends, they're still arguing about if Age of Ultron was really better than certain other Avengers movie or other superhero movies, because that movie does get a lot of hate. Anywho, for this particular video, it's Andrew Garfield. I feel he should have continued his, or at least he should have been given the ability to finish out his trilogy, because Toby finished his. Officially, Tom finished his, but in my mind, now that the excitement has died down since the movie came out, Tom got his, but it came in a way where it felt like it was paying more tribute to Toby and Andrew than it was to Tom. Because now I'm looking at it, Tom Holland's Spider-Man has none of his own villains. And if he did, it was really Scorpion, but he wasn't wearing a mechanized suit, nor was he turned to like a humanoid Scorpion. He was really the only Spider-Man villain that had no connection to Tony or the multiverse. Every other villain by far we've seen in the MCU is an Iron Man hand-me-down or a Universal hand-me-down. But Tom and Toby completed their movies. Andrew is the only one out of the entire Sonyverse of Spider-Man projects that hasn't fulfilled his trilogy. And I feel it's unfair to his character given all the groundwork, no matter how big or small, that they laid out in No Way Home. And if you pay attention to the way he is, he still has the comedic charm to him, but you even see it mildly in his Spider-Man form. He's gotten a little aggressive. He even uses his webs in a certain way, which is pretty interesting, which I love. And the fact that he got bitter, which he described himself, it was kind of hard to believe. because he still felt like he had that same charm since his first two movies, and I really was heartbroken watching this in the theater with my brother, my girlfriend, and my brother-in-law. And I remember seeing this the day after Christmas. And I'm like, God, he went down a dark path. I can tell just from a lot of things, the way he's moving, the way he's talking. Even when he was trying to explain to Tom Holland's Peter about great responsibility and everything, it was so good. I really wish they could bring that back for us to have one more time. And not trying to be harsh or anything, given at the rate Sony's going right now, it sounds like the best idea. Frankly, I really thought that he would be in Venom 3. Like, I don't know what universe that Venom is in. I don't know if he's in his own, in Tom's. Oh, well, he was in Tom's. Now he's gone. I don't know if he's technically in Andrew's. They never really said what universe that the Venom is set in. Because we know Venom didn't meet Spider-Man until he got teleported in his secondary movie. So now, they kind of just leave you in mystery. And I want them to continue this journey. And it sucks. And it's bad enough that we're getting like a lot of, getting a rough start to superhero stuff this year. Madam Web didn't do as well. They're already about to cancel some of their future Sony projects. Hopefully they don't cancel Kraven and Venom by the time this year is over. They already just got Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse part 2 back in production, and according to the calendar, we'll get it next year instead of getting it in 2026 since they resumed the work on the movie. They're still trying to figure out how to redo Spider-Man right now, like MCU wise. I don't know if Tom will be like set for his own thing or if it'll be connected to the MCU. We don't know. There's a lot of rights being passed and being argued about right now, especially with Deadpool 3 coming out. I think Deadpool 3, Fantastic Four, and Blade are the biggest 3 Marvel projects that we're getting more info on and knowing that they're going to come out and be blessed. X-Men 97 as well is what we need to look forward to. I'm going to do a video on Blade later because I'm hearing a lot of crazy stuff about that movie. But I'm going to come back to all of that later. But it's been a rough year just getting all these superhero news, and getting this one really hurts, especially after the bomb on Madam Web. A lot of people don't like that movie. Some people say it's really forced. It's really iffy. A lot of the cast don't know the characters they're playing. And like I said, I'm going to save all this for my own video for later because I still ain't watched it. The tickets right now here in Georgia, Columbus, Georgia specifically, the tickets are still $13 just to go see that movie. And that's just for a regular showing. I'm waiting until they drop down a couple more dollars. I'm not trying to say I'm broke, but if people are saying the movie is that bad, but if the movie is that bad, I'd rather just wait a little bit longer till the where ticket prices get so low they might as well just let me in for free. But nah, not trying to, it's a little far-fetched. I'm just saying, I'm not gonna spend like $13 on a movie that people don't care about or it seems that bad. So I'm going to probably go see it later this week, most likely Wednesday or Thursday, and I know for a fact I'm going to watch it by myself. I've asked my girlfriend. I know most of my friends already seen it. Some of them said I might like it because I know the characters, which deep down in my soul, I know a lot of people only liked it because they probably knew who she was and who was in the movie. But regardless, this one hurt. I was hoping to see something with Andrew, at least one more movie or maybe an appearance. Maybe a multiversal appearance. That you never know. You just explained. Part 2 for Across the Spider-Verse is back in production. Maybe he might show up. Maybe Toby might show up. I don't know if Tom might show up. Miguel's still on the fritz about it. But that's what we got right now, guys. I'm sorry. So it's so strange right now with all these comic book companies. They're just scared because they're so busy trying to make a buck. They're not really focused on making story. I remember back in the 2000s, they used to make movies just to be making movies. It didn't make sense. Spider-Man back in 2000s was like a glimmer of hope, not just for Sony, but it was for the world. The writing was spectacular. The cast was phenomenal. But now it's really people trying to choose, really, like, we're basically voting for who we want to play these characters. And at a point in time, there was a time we couldn't. It was up to production. It was up to whoever makes these movies. So If there is a way for us fans to come back around and tell Sony to fix this, I will happily stand amongst that army. Happily, because this doesn't make sense. He deserves respect. He deserves some loving. So we'll see. I guess we'll see what time tells. I catch you guys on the flip side. Later, Websters.